Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the November 6, 2025 regular meeting of the Absecon City Council. Mayor, can you lead us in the flag salute, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Clark.
Here.
Councilwoman Evans will be absent. I guess Maratunda is also absent. Light.
Here.
Parker. Here. Sykes.
Here.
DeRose.
Here. This is to advise that certain advance notice has been given to the date, time, location, and to the extent known the agenda of this meeting in accordance with the provision of the Open Public Meeting Act. And notice of this meeting has been posted prominently at the bulletin board in the municipal complex lobby, on the city's website, and communicated through the newspaper designated by the governing body. This is to also further advise that this meeting is being recorded electronically and can be viewed on the city's website at abseconnj.gov. Regular meeting agenda, 2025 ordinances for introduction. 17, bond ordinance providing for drainage management improvements in the Absecon Estates neighborhood by and in the city of Absecon, appropriating $2 million therefore and authorizing the issuance of a $2 million bonds or notes to finance the cost thereof. May I hear a motion?
Motion?
Second. Is there any discussion on this ordinance?
Yeah, can we just have Ed give
Yeah,
us a
I was
discussion?
going to suggest.
So everyone knows
Yep.
that this isn't coming from us and how this works, please.
Yes, go ahead, Ed.
I'll be real brief. So this is this is part of the iBank funding that we've been discussing since budget time that the city qualifies for. It's a new program that we qualify for. The way that the program works is it's technically a principal forgiveness loan, but in all reality, it's a grant. So in order to access funding through this program, you have to pass a bond ordinance. You technically set it up as a loan. You then do the project. They will provide the city with the funds to pay the bills. So you're never actually borrowing any money. You're never actually making any payments on the loan. And then once the project is done, you close on the loan, and then they forgive it instantly. So it's a kind of a funky way of getting a grant, but it's really just a mechanism through which we're going to access this funding.
Sounds good. Does anybody have any questions on council? Roll call, please.
Clark.
Yes.
Light.
Yes.
Parker. Yes. Sykes.
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes, this ordinance will be posted, laid over, and published according to law. A public hearing, second and final reading will be held on November 20th, 2025. Ordinance 18, 2025, an ordinance amending the code of the City of Absecon, Chapter 160, Uniform Construction Code Fees. May I hear a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Discussion. Anybody have any questions?
Should we lay out what's happening?
It's essentially just changing the fee structure to be more in line with present day 2025 and ensuring that the construction office does not lose money and they're able to sustain operations.
Perfect.
Does anybody have any questions, comments? Roll call, please.
Clark.
Yes.
Light.
Yes.
Parker. Yes. Sykes.
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes, this ordinance will be posted, laid over, and published according to law. A public hearing, second and final reading will be held on November 20th, 2025. 2025 ordinances for adoption. 15, amending Chapter 330 to designate a multi-way stop intersection at certain intersections within the city of Absecon. Do I hear a motion for the second reading of this ordinance?
Motion.
Second. Roll call, please.
Clark.
Yes.
Light.
Yes?
Parker. Yes. Sykes.
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. Ordinance 16, 2025, amending the code of the city of Absecon, Chapter 35. Amending Chapter 330 to designate a multi-way stop sign intersection at certain intersections within the city of Absecon. May I hear a motion to open this meeting to the public for comment or discussion?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to come up and speak on this agenda item only? May I hear a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Can I ask the engineer a question on this?
Yes, you can.
Ed, I know we just talked about putting the money into the road program to pay for this. Can you give us an idea of when this will be
Yes, so we did direct the contractor to go ahead and order the signs. He said it's about a 2-week lead time on receiving the sign materials, so within the next couple weeks, you should see these signs go up, and then separately, they'll send out a crew to do the stop bars. But once the signs are up, then the 4-way stop is in effect, so within the next couple weeks.
While they're here doing the lining, can we get the bar moved or at least look into the Seaside Highland Boulevard bar?
The one-stop bar that's way past the,
I'm
with the
aware
sign.
of the stop bar in question, and we'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Thank you, Councilman. Anybody else? May I hear a motion to close the public portion?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? May I hear a motion for the final reading and adoption of ordinance 15, 2025?
Motion?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker. Yes. Sykes.
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. Ordinance 15, 2025, amending Chapter 330 to designate a multi-way stop intersection at certain intersections within the city of Absecon. This ordinance has been heard and approved. Ordinance 16, amending the code of the city of Absecon, Chapter 35, Fire Department, Article 2, 35-12, definitions. Do I hear a motion for the second reading?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker. Yes. Sykes.
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. Ordinance 16, 2025, amending the code of the city of Absecon, Chapter 35, Fire Department, Article 2, 35-12, definitions. May I hear a motion to open this meeting to the public for comment or discussion on this ordinance only?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to come up and speak on this? Okay then, may I hear a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? May I hear a motion for the final reading and adoption of ordinance 16, 2025?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker. Yes. Sykes.
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. Ordinance 16, 2025, amending the code of the city of Absecon, Chapter 35, Fire Department, Article 2, 35-12, definitions. This ordinance has been heard and is finally approved. Consent agenda. All matters listed under item consent agenda are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted by one motion in the form listed. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be discussed separately. 189, authorizing the acceptance of and when authorized the release of various street opening permit security deposits. 190, appointing a zoning official part-time, namely John Fairweather. 191, accepting a volunteer firefighter into the Absecon City Fire Department, namely Griffin Fitzgerald. 192, authorizing the adoption of a revised personnel policies and procedures manual. 193, authorizing to enter into a contract with Remington and Verdict Engineers for planning and design services for citywide sanitary sewer improvements. 194, authorizing Remington and Vernon City Engineers to administer construction-related services for the 2025 road program. 195, authorizing Remington and Vernon City Engineers to administer construction-related services for the reconstruction of Delaware Avenue for the year 2025. Correct that on there. Thanks, Ed, because this is 2025-6. NJDOT Municipal Aid Program. 196, authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to cancel grant receivables and appropriations not needed. 197, authorizing a transfer of appropriations in the 2025 local municipal budget per NJSA 40A:4-58. 198, requesting permission for the dedication by rider for the developer's fee housing trust funds required by the city of Absecon. Do I hear a motion to open the meeting to the public for these agenda items only?
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to speak on these agenda items only? Do I hear a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda. May I hear a motion to move the consent agenda?
Motion?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Light,
Yes.
Parker. Yes. Sykes.
Yes.
DeRose.
Yes. Approval of bill list, $1,568,903.84. May I hear a motion to accept the bill list?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Parker? Yes. Sykes?
Yes.
DeRose?
Yes. Approval of the minutes, regular meeting minutes, 10/16/2025. May I hear a motion to accept the minutes?
Motion. Second.
Roll call, please.
Clark?
Yes.
White?
Yes.
Parker? I have to abstain because I wasn't at that meeting, but the minutes do have me as present and absent, so I don't know if that's a small detail you want to change on them. Sykes?
Yes.
DeRose?
Yes, with the councilwoman's changes. Reports. Council committee starts. Steve, would you like to start, please, sir?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Public Works did not meet this month because of everyone's schedule as well as it being election cycle, so we wanted to give everyone an opportunity to take care of any personal business that they need to take care of, families and friends as well as residents. I would always like to thank continually is Public Works, the level of care that they keep to all of our parks, all of our buildings, and the stellar job, and we're constantly getting compliments from various other communities and other residents to other communities on how well kept our community is. So I know it's redundant, but they do a great job. A couple questions that I had as I spoke to some of the residents in the last, several weeks are any updates, and you can follow up on this, Ed, so just kind of the Shore Road, any of that stuff from there is, I know the police and the fire department as well as everyone did a great job with some of that nuisance flooding we get this time of the year. It is the season, so that's all I have. We meet on the, bear with me. We meet December 1st here at 5 o'clock. The public is welcome. And then one last thing is I'd like to thank everyone that took the time to vote, take the time to vote and exercise the right that we have as citizens of this country. Whether you voted for us or not, I do appreciate everybody taking the time to vote because it's definitely something valued and I value. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman.
Thank you, President. We have not met since the last meeting. We are in budget process for 2026. We're meeting with all the departments right now to get their budgets together, and we'll also be working with Enterprise to do some reviews about possibly redoing our car fleet for the police department, and we have a meeting scheduled with them, so that'll be for the next meeting. We have no finance meeting in November since we're meeting with all the departments.
Excellent. Thank you. Councilwoman.
I'll touch on community affairs first since Linda is not here. We did not meet this month, but we are having a November cleanup, shredding, and electronics drop-off day on Saturday, November 22nd from 9 till noon. We will be having our annual tree lighting Tuesday, December 2nd at 6 p.m. And I also talked to the commander from the Legion yesterday, and they will have their Veterans Day ceremony at Veterans Park Tuesday, November 11th at 11:11 a.m. For public safety, we also did not meet this month, but the firehouse did host their fire prevention open house, which was a very nice night. They also hosted the pre-K classes from Absecon. They had field trips over there this past month, also very nice and successful. And I would like to thank the police department for tonight posting their monthly blotter to keep us all aware of the happenings in Absecon. Chief, do you have anything to add?
I sure do. If you have never attended Haunted Hallways over at the school during trunk or treat, I strongly urge you to come out. I really want to thank all the men and women of the police department who put in the effort and dedicate the time to spend with the children in the community. It's really a fantastic event, as well as the whole trunk or treat. It's become quite a night out. I'd like to personally thank the public. Trick-or-treating this year I thought was a very big success. So many people were so kind to all of us. I know we inconvenienced so many people with closing partial roadways and things like that, but everybody seemed to be out and about having a good time, and it was a safe and great night. With that said, I want to talk about reminder of daylight savings time. It's dark at 5 o'clock practically now. So please take your time navigating through town. One of the important things you have to remember is some of the best security around your properties is lighting. So if you haven't adjusted your lighting to the clocks and the earlier darkness, please do so. If you have no lighting at all, maybe in the future look into some of the newer LED lighting is fairly cheap to operate and keep on. And I know our electric bills are through the roof, but these are things that could prevent you from becoming a victim. Again, doors locked not only on your homes and your outside dwellings, sheds, garages, but also your cars. See something, say something. Going into the new year, I strongly stress the public to, reach a hand out and talk to your neighbors. Make sure you know who's living next door, who's living across the street, even down the street, because it helps us in preventing crime. It also helps us in identifying, victims of crime. And, a little bit of kindness goes a long way. I think, in the state of our economy, we may have a resident or a neighbor who may need something or need a little help. And I'm not asking anybody to be that person of help, but you could reach out to the police department or here City Hall, and we may be able to help you or your neighbor get the necessary things that they need. So that's all I have. If you have any questions.
Thanks, Chief. Does anybody have questions for the Chief? Councilwoman, anything else?
Just a reminder, we had daylight savings, the clocks changed this weekend, so it's also a good time to change the batteries in your smoke detectors. That is all.
Councilman?
Thank you, President. We met late last month, so we are possibly scheduled to meet this month. We got to see because it's for Veterans Day, so we may not meet that night. But as per the last meeting, again, another kudos to Public Works. We talked a lot about, especially with the football fields and the home games that we've recently had, what a great job they did with lining and everything. Personally, I've been in a lot of playgrounds lately with my kids. They're in fantastic shape still, with the mulch at the right levels and things like that. Things have been clean, so, and then kudos to Public Works for taking care of that stuff. At the committee meeting, we talked about some of the lighting issues that we've been having kind of around the Field of Dreams and that walkway now in the John Gorman Way. They were all fixed. They were not all part of the Atlantic City Electric or what was viable by them. So the ones that were, we contacted them and they were replaced. The other Field of Dreams lights were also fixed. So right now everything is lit up going down that path and that drive, which is great, especially with football season coming to an end. It's still pretty heavy traffic over there in that area. And then we talked about some of the things that maybe possibly updating some things. We do have quite a few bulbs out right now at the field itself on the field lights. They are a project to replace. You've got to get a lift, a crane, things like that. So in doing so, we're going to try and get all of them done at once if we can, and then possibly redoing the ones. We don't want to go up there and replace the ones and then a couple burn out a few months later. So I'm looking into a couple grants. I'm going to speak with Ed, and then we're thinking of possibly trying to convert these over to LED so that they're not an issue in the future.
Excellent, thank you. On behalf of Councilman La Rotunda, Economic Development, he welcomed, and I believe with the mayor and another council member,
Councilwoman Evans.
Councilwoman Evans, the new dispensary in town. It was a huge hit, a huge event. He also wanted to highlight that we will be decorating the newer section of New Jersey Avenue with Christmas decorations, and also looking at possible ways of decorating further down on New Jersey Avenue. So this year, during the holiday season, there'll be a little extra holiday flair to it. That's all from Nick. Wearing a Blue Devils t-shirt in order to support the Blue Devils, who are in the playoffs this coming weekend, JV and varsity, so we wish them well and good luck in their game. Mayor, do you have a report? Excellent. Excellent, I like that, quick and easy.
Real quick. as the holiday season's approaching, as we're out and about with our families and everything's very busy, everything in your power in this community to support the local small businesses, especially down on New Jersey Avenue, our restaurants, our shops, it's extremely important. That's it.
Thank you, sir. Engineering report.
Yep, a few brief updates. There are a couple of resolutions on the agenda today. One was for the citywide sanitary sewer improvements. I just want to note that that's essentially another grant application through the iBank. We're applying for a total of $2 million through that grant program, in addition to the $2 million I spoke about in the beginning of the meeting. So we're looking at a $4 million in funding through the iBank for the city, which is essentially grant funding. Alex mentioned the budget coming up, so these will be projects that really will come to fruition next year. We'll be able to do a lot, and these are projects, honestly, that have been sitting around looking for funding for years. These are big drainage projects that are just kind of too big to bite off with our budget, but with these grant funds, we can finally move some of these items. Our two road projects, the road program in Delaware Avenue that were awarded, we had our pre-construction meetings today. In discussion with the contractor, I think we wisely decided that you're really not going to see shovels in the ground on those projects probably till the beginning part of the year. We don't want to dig up everyone's streets, run into some weather, and then people have roads dug up in front of their houses through the holidays. So, once we have a better schedule, we'll pass that along to everyone. However, we do have our lobby project that is going to start within the next couple weeks here at City Hall. We're putting together some public information that we can share on social media just so the public knows what to expect when they come to City Hall, as far as the construction taking place right at the front entrance. So that project will
Can you just say what the project is?
The project is basically to make the front entrance more ADA compliant, and so we'll be doing some work on the sidewalk in front of the entrance, and then that vestibule inside the lobby will be eliminated. So that way, when you walk in the front doors, you'll just walk into the lobby, and there'll be a push button outside for the the electronic doors, door openers. So that project will be starting very soon. And Shore Road. So on Shore Road, we have sent over our final signed and sealed plans and specifications to the county for them to bid the project. We're really just down to the minute details of the updated interlocal agreement. I know the mayor's been talking to the county administrator to iron out some of those details. Chief of police has been real helpful working out the traffic controls. So we're really into the weeds on just a real couple minor items. But from an engineering standpoint, they have in their hands the final plans and specs. They could bid the project. You'll see an interlocal coming through, at an upcoming meeting. But our expectation is that project should be advertised for bid sometimes this month, which is great news. So
I spoke with a couple of our county commissioners about this, just to make sure that we were all on the same page, and they're extremely supportive of this project. They realize the urgency and the need. Not a nuisance, it's a public safety hazard.
Thank you, Ed. The only two comments I have is, one, I want to thank the professionals and council. Over the past, 12, 14 months, we've made a strategic decision to aggressively go after grants, and I think it's working. Knock on wood. We're getting the grants that we're going after. We're able to do more with less taxpayer dollars by chasing these grants, and we're going to continue to pursue as many grants as we can because it's working and it's delivering results. And I just want to say, especially as somebody that volunteers a lot of time at the Field of Dreams, it is unreal that our own building is not ADA compliant. And I want to thank Councilwoman Parker for really driving home the need to invest in City Hall to be open to every resident, regardless of their ability to get in the door. So thank you, Councilwoman, for pushing that. Those are my two comments. Administrator report.
Just a reminder that fourth quarter property taxes are due and the grace period ends on Monday, November the 10th. And then City Hall will be closed in honor of Veterans Day on November the 11th. Keep an eye out for your 2026 sewer bills. We're going to be sending them in the mail the week of November the 17th. Our fall curbside leaf pickup has started. Make sure there's no branches or other debris at the curb line. I also wanted to mention the City Hall lobby project. They said that they'd be commencing on November the 17th, and during that time, we're going to have to close the drive-through. So please look for appropriate signage, and we thank everyone for their cooperation during our construction period. And finally, tonight we hired our new zoning official, John Fairweather. He is a resident of Absecon, and I'm sure he'll be an asset to the municipality.
Excellent. Thank you, Jessica. May I hear a motion to open the meeting to the public?
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Would anybody from the public like to speak? What you can't see on camera is there's like 45, 50 people here. May I hear a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? May I hear a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for coming.